Big Muzz back again. And what if I told you that your addictions aren't the problem? It's the identity that you've built around it. It's who you think you are when no one's watching. And it's a story that you keep on telling yourself that you're broken, that you're lost, that you're too far gone. What if I told you that that was a lie? What if the real you is buried under all the smoke, the sniff, the drink, the sessions and the shame, and it's just been waiting for you to stop playing dead so you can come back to life, start living a life that's worth living, start being a person that you respect yourself and that other people respect, that people of the opposite sex look towards like, yo, he's that guy, that your family look towards you as somebody who they can be proud of, because your family want to be proud of you. They want to talk about you to their friends and say, have you seen how he's doing? Yeah, he's a winner. Because let's be honest, you're not chasing a high, you're chasing relief. You're running from the stress, from the guilt, from the pressure of living a life that doesn't match up with the potential that you know you've got inside you. Because that hit, that drink, that sniff, that's not you having fun. That's you running from a version of yourself that you don't want to face. And that version of yourself is a winner, lives a good life. So you got to ask yourself, why don't you want to face it? Because I stayed hiding from that person for years. And I can't believe that I did it, because that life that I was addicted to at the time was rubbish compared to the life I live now. But here's the truth. You're not addicted to the substance. You're addicted to forgetting who you could be. Every time you check out, you're just burying time with your future, making that future, that life worth living, seem even more likely that it's not going to come to fruition. So let me give you a different way to look at this. Addiction is just a strategy. It's not a good one, but it's a strategy nevertheless. But it's not a sustainable one, but it's one that worked for a while. My addiction worked for a while until I hit rock bottom, couldn't afford to keep up with it. I was out committing crime, robbing from Peter to pay Paul. It's just not a way to live, and it's just a car crash waiting to happen. But it gives you something. It gives you an escape. It gives you temporary control, a temporary sense of identity, something to belong to when life felt empty. Like life was rubbish, but at least I'd be able to sniff my problems away and feel nothing for a little bit. So instead of blaming yourself, start trying to understand yourself. Give yourself a bit of credit, and then once you give yourself a bit of credit for the person that you are still and then the person that you're going to become, you need to build a better strategy. Because here's the shift, the paradigm shift, the mindset shift that nobody's talking about. You don't just quit addiction, you replace it with power. Because addiction gave you certainty, or so you thought, but you know how you feel after the night when you've drank too much, and it's not good. You knew what to expect after a night out when you're staring at the ceiling trying to go to sleep thinking, why have I done it again? And it's starting to get light and you can hear the birds outside. That feeling's not nice, but it gave you structure, even if it was destructive structure that was ripping your life apart and ripping your self-identity to pieces. But now you're going to build a new system, and it's not just about discipline, it's about direction. It's not just about structure, it's about creating a whole new identity, going from broken loser addict to winner who's winning in every sense of the life: physical, financial, emotional, spiritual. Because your habits create your identity, and your identity drives your decisions, and your decisions become your life. What you do on a day-to-day basis becomes your life. So stop trying to fix your life. Start by fixing your identity, and then make your habits and your actions on a day-to-day basis match your identity. Because you got to ask yourself, who am I becoming when nobody's watching? Is it a loser or a winner? Because if you do loser actions consistently, you'll lose. If you act like a winner consistently, you'll win. It's as simple as that. And your character's built in them moments when nobody's around to tap you on your back, when you show up on the days that you don't want to, and you make it happen, you make them sales calls, get the workout in, when you choose that walk over the pint, the spliff, the truth over the excuses. That's how you win. And if you win consistently, then what are you? You're a winner. But let me even just get even more realer with you, because that's what these videos are about. Me getting real raw and sharing my mindsets on addiction, as it's got something I've got so much experience with, because I've been there, wrecked on ket, wrecked on coke, addicted to drink, body crumbling, bank account empty, even more than empty. I was in debt, soul even emptier. I wasn't even living, I was just avoiding death. One bag at a time, one fake laugh at a time, one fake smile at a time. And it's sad when I look back, but if I didn't live through that, I wouldn't feel so amazing now. So everything happens for a reason. but I clawed my way out, not with a miracle, not with therapy and rehab, with brutal honesty. Getting honest with myself, saying you really need to do better. You need to stop saying you're going to do better and do it. And with that brutal honesty came simple systems and one standard. I'm not that man anymore. I couldn't think of anything worse than getting bagged up now, going to the pub and getting wrecked out of my face, spending money and waking up tomorrow with regret and not going gym. Because every action that I took had to match that new identity of a winner. And once I started winning for long enough, I thought people were coming to me asking for help. Oh, how can I do this? How can I stop? And that's where the Limitless Level Up program came from, to help other men in that same situation, struggling with addiction and bad habits. So no more saying I'm trying to quit. Say, no, I don't do that anymore. Rewrite the story. Definitely. Don't leave, oh, I don't do that anymore, but I could have one line or one pint or one spliff. You got to build them micro wins. Drink a litre of water before you go for a sugary drink. Get outside, 10 minutes walk, bang some press ups, stack small wins, because the small wins add up to big wins, and the big wins are where then you start to feel amazing and proud. So it's about reclaiming your edge, because addiction stole it, but your routine and your discipline can bring it back. Cold showers, early wake ups, gym sessions, time in nature. Get addicted to clarity. Stop distracting yourself constantly with short form content, TikTok, pointless conversations, group chats where everyone's gossiping, talking rubbish. Find a mission, because without one you're always going to relapse, because a man without a purpose will always find distraction. Let me just repeat that again. A man without purpose will always find distraction, and the devil takes hold of idle minds, of distracted minds. But if you're ready to go deeper than just trying to change, if you're ready to become a weapon, clear, sharp, purposeful, powerful, that's what the Limitless Level Up for is. But download the Limitless Man Blueprint for free. Click the link in the bio. It's free. Download it, read through it, get some motivation, get some systems, and actually stick to it. Nobody's going to do it for you. I can give you the motivation, but I can't do the actions on a day-to-day. I can't say no to that pub or to them drugs for you. But it's about becoming the man you respect. So if that's you, comment on this video, Limitless. Drop me a DM on Instagram. Email me. This is the beginning of a new life. You already know what destruction looks like, what self-sabotage looks like, what being depressed and broke and addicted to drugs and alcohol looks like. You've already lived that chapter, but you know what you've never seen, and what you've never seen is what you're fully capable of when you're locked in. And stick around, because in the next video I'm going to show you how to build an environment and habits that make relapse and falling back into the bad habits nearly impossible, because willpower isn't enough. Because willpower fleets, it comes and it goes. Some days it's up, some days it's down. You need systems, you need pressure, you need accountability, you need a mission. And that's where we go next. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do that, so stick around.